It was Christian. Why Christian?
Why did you just start laughing?
Christian just randomly just started laughing.
Y'all had to see the video. I was doing funny faces. But I'm Christian.
Wait, we gotta do it again, don't we?
Fuck you.
Trying to run along.
What's up, and welcome back to another episode of the Broken Mash Show. Today I'm here with the boys,
Christian.
Key.
Jake, and I'm Cameron. Today I just want to start off by talking about how our week's been. What you been up to, Key?
Bro, not much. Just working and basically just. I mean, it's just been just a basic normal week for me. I mean, nothing really exciting happened. So, same old, same old. What about you, Jake?
I started off my week just, same old, like you said, just doing kind of schoolwork, all that. I'm in college, so I do have to do, like, a lot of work, around, like, writing papers, things like that, just tests. So, got also a puppy, too. I'll go in on that in future episodes, but just seeing how that unfolds real quick,
Oh, yeah.
I'll pass it on.
Yeah, also just regular stuff at work. And I've been looking forward to film this episode. I've been rewatching some of the podcasts I listen to, and I taking notes, and like hopefully we can build from there, like help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm the one who's been editing this so far. I'm hoping that the episode everyone's gonna enjoy it and leave a comment, subscribe, like, even super like. For my week, I went to go see a movie with Chris. Went to go see that new Black Panther. But I will say, to start off that day, it was kind of a sad moment.
What happened?
Yeah.
A good actor, Kevin Conroy, or voice actor Kevin Conroy, he passed away at age 66 to cancer.
Talking about the dude that he was talking for Batman and stuff like that.
He did the animated series for Batman, and he did the Batman games like Arkham Knight, there's Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, all of them. He was, like I said, his animated series. He also did, he was in a crossover episode for the CW Flash and all of the crossovers for that. But, yeah, that was really sad. He was a big part of my childhood. Just watching Batman animated series and the whole intro for that and all the different villains. And I grew up playing the games. This right here is actually the Batman Arkham Knight suit that I own as a Funko Pop. Really sad to hear about it, though. I know you played some of the Arkham games, didn't you, Keith?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I really so far, out of all the Arkham games, there has not been no bad one. Arkham, Arkham just never fail. I mean, they got a pretty good game, but I mean, just hearing about it, I didn't even know he died, but it's I wonder who they're gonna have next. If they are gonna have future games, future shows, who they're gonna have playing his character.
And I know Jake, it was kind of a big part of your childhood too for Batman. You said you watched a little bit of the animated series, but I know that you also grew up playing just a few of the Arkham games. I know Arkham City was a pretty big point for you playing that.
To be honest, I used to watch a lot of his animated stuff I'm pretty sure his animated stuff. I'm not too good on actors, but just as a kid watching a lot of the Batman stuff. But with the Batman voice, I don't feel like it's going to take too much of a toll on the voice of Batman, because it's just such you can go really there's places you could go with. It's not a set voice,
Unless you really into it and Cameron is he actually know the actors and how they sound and stuff. And okay, that's a different. You know how Cameron is.
Yeah.
He different.
Well, I will say I am kind of sad because I have the Arkham Knight. I was planning on going to Comic-Con in Raleigh next year. Actually, he was supposed to be there, and I was going to get him to sign the Funko Pop, and no, I can't.
I was going to ask you about that. Isn't there a new game Arkham Knights?
Yeah, it's the Arkham Knights, but it's a different voice. It's not Kevin Conroy. And I'm pretty sure, anyway, I could be completely wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's a different voice and everything, because it's supposed to be, it's kind of the same universe, but it's a little bit different. It doesn't look as good of a game, but I'm going to wait and see, because I'm going to try and buy it and play it. I played all the other Arkham games. They're pretty nice. I know you've played just a little bit of Arkham Knight. You ain't really got into a whole lot of the Arkham games, but you've played it on my PlayStation.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sad. Before Christian Bale came along with the "Where is she?" He was the guy.
Yep.
Kevin Conroy was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
The main voice of Batman.
Well, I mean, like I said, I loved watching the animated series. I watched that and like the animated Superman series, but he was the voice. It was the animated Batman series. He was up there for like Justice League Unlimited. That was something I used to watch every Saturday morning. It would come on like Vortex. It was that, and it would come up there. And then constantly playing these Batman games. I'd sit there for hours just playing these Batman games and just like the Riddler trophies. Riddler trophies were like the thing that really made you play the game because it just took so long to find them all. Yeah. But the voices, just him playing all the different versions of Batman.
And another thing about the game too is just like Arkham Knight. It's the type of game to where it's like you could keep playing, like you're not going to get bored, like replaying it and stuff like that.
With how big the map was too. Yeah. I mean, it was really good story that, like you said, they haven't really failed. I will say, Batman Arkham Origins. That one, you can't even compare it to the other ones. That was just a completely different game. But I think Arkham Knight was probably one of the best ones, especially when it comes to graphics. I know you're a graphics guy, but when it comes to graphics, that was
even the Lego one. I like the Lego version
I didn't even think about that. That was another thing. He did the voice. He didn't do it not in the beginning. It wasn't until like I think it was like Batman 2 or Batman 3. Mm-hmm. He started doing the voice for the Lego Batman. So that was another thing. Can't have
video games or
the video games
or the movie.
There's the video games.
Who did the movie?
It might have been him too. I didn't really watch the Lego movies as well. Or no, you're talking about a Lego Batman movie?
Yeah.
That was I wish I'm usually good with actors' names, but I can't remember.
Fact check.
I know. He was. Let's see. It's like Patrick something.
Stewart.
No, it's not Patrick Swayze. I wish I could remember his name, but I can't remember. I just know that he does it on
I'm just imagining Patrick Stewart Batman.
Patrick Stewart Batman. He's the guy on the Lego Builders. It's like on Fox or something.
It says Will Arnett.
Will Arnett. I'm completely wrong. Just completely wrong. That's fine.
Nowhere near a Patrick.
Yep, nowhere near a Patrick. But yeah, it really is. It's kind of sad. Because, like I said, I wanted him to be able to sign my Funko Pop. I'm a big Funko Pop collector. I thought it was going to be kind of cool to have him there. And just be able to meet him in person, really, too. But that's just not going to have the chance for that anymore.
Did y'all ever play the Lego Batman game?
Yeah, I love that game.
I played it on PSP.
Yeah, I had it on PSP too. That was the first game I had on PSP.
Uh-huh.
I remember the first episode was the first mission was Clayface. I can't remember who.
The one with the dude who freezes people is stuck into my head, like of the like a Batman mission.
Oh, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
That was
that
like the ice
mission's
cream
just
shop.
stuck in my head. Because it was also one of the first
the
games
ice
I
cream
got.
shop. That's
That
what
was
it
the
was.
ice cream shop.
I really enjoyed it though. It was also one of the first 2 games I got on my PSP, and it was just like really kind of opened up like what the PSP can do.
Yeah,
that was a good idea though on the PSP.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's weird because I never actually owned the Lego Batman games. Every time I played it, it was always like at a friend's house. Like I remember one of my friends just doing multiplayer. I would always be Robin, just playing the entire game with him. And then my cousin actually, he had it on the Wii, so I played it on the Wii for a while, but didn't like it as much as playing on the Xbox. But
that's how I was exposed to Batman. That's how I learned all like the lore and like the backgrounds, all the characters.
What, just from Lego?
Just from Lego Batman.
Well, I've always been big on the comics and stuff like that. Like I own quite a few Batman comics, and I mean, when it came to the games though, just hours of fun on the Lego games as well. I mean, not as long as playing an Arkham Asylum or Arkham City or anything like that, but Lego games, they were pretty lengthy too.
Yeah, it was I remember I had a run where I didn't play nothing but like the Lego games. I like to call it I know I've said it to y'all, the Holy Trinity. The Lego Star Wars, Lego Batman, and Lego Indiana Jones. Oh, those were the ones I really liked.
Those were.
I liked games. It was probably what was the one where Justice League was like involved? Was that Batman 2?
Oh, I fell off.
It was Batman 2 or 3. I like being able to play as the Flash in that because I'm big on the Flash.
Well, because I remember y'all was mentioning about how y'all went to go see Black Panther. What y'all think about that without any spoilers?
Oh yeah, well that's another thing. Speaking of death, rest in peace both Kevin Conroy and Chadwick Boseman. Me and Chris, we did go see Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and I would even go as far as to say it was better than the first one, in my opinion.
Whoa.
Well, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion.
Well, it was just more action and stuff like that.
It's not even that. It's literally just story-wise, man.
Yeah.
The story was a lot better.
And it was shot really good, too.
I feel like if I when I go watch it, I feel like it's gonna be like one of them kind of sad type movies.
I will say that I cried at least 3 times during it. It was emotional. I laughed a lot. It was some shock value even, but I don't know. I really did enjoy the movie though. And I'm trying not to spoil anything. It was just,
really when we walked out the movie, I told you I can't find nothing that I hated about this movie.
It really is hard to try and talk about it without spoiling anything.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the main, if you've seen the trailer, then at least you know Namor is in it, and Namor was a big point of the movie, and I really liked how they went about with the character.
That's why I was really hyped for the movie, because I don't know if there was others before him of like representing Mexican, Aztec, Mayans, or I can't remember what it was called, but representing something like me. And like I was really hyped for that, and like watching the movie. I mean, I even told you when you like his first scene, I was getting a little bit emotional. I'm like, whoa, like somebody that's like the color of my skin, he's in a big movie like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
even though
one-
he was
yeah.
a villain, like people knew like, oh, he's an anti-hero. He has a reason to do what he's doing.
Well, it's Black Panther. Even the first one was good about just
Villains,
well, not villains, but when it comes to motives and just race. But yeah, they were pretty good about doing that though. And when it does come to villains though, they were pretty good about setting up Killmonger and stuff like that. And that was really good.
And that's one thing with me. It's like when it comes to like superhero movies and stuff, like villains is a big thing for me.
I mean, as long as the hero is just as good as the villain, that's what makes a good movie.
which will make Wakanda Forever good.
Yeah.
How was the acting?
Acting was. Like Chris said, you can't find anything really wrong with the movie. I mean, everything was really on point. I think both of y'all should see it if you
What about
get
the
the chance. The scenery, very colorful. Like that's another one of those things that having 3D glasses and everything making it pop like that. That was really nice. I don't know. I plan on actually seeing it again. I don't know when I'll go see it again, but I plan on seeing it again. Probably not going to watch it in 3D this time because I just want to see it if it feels any different.
Is that why you're gonna go see it again, or when you would have seen it again if like you'd have seen it regularly the first time?
We'll get a better understanding.
I mean, even if I saw it regularly the first time, it was literally just such a good movie. And I can't say that when I watched Black Panther for the first time, it was like, okay, that's a good movie. I've only watched Black Panther one time, and with Wakanda Forever, I actually want to go back and see it again. Not saying that Black Panther 1 was just a completely terrible movie, because it's not. That was a good movie as well. But Black Panther Wakanda Forever, that was, I mean,
What's
definitely
y'all's
gotta see
rating?
it.
What's y'all's number rating on it?
A 9?
I'd give it a 9. That's a 9 out of 10, man, because I mean it's worth going to see. It had something for everyone. And then there's a couple, still trying to not spoil it. There's like Easter eggs. It's one of those things where like Marvel has always been about trying to follow along everything. And if you haven't followed along to now, there might be a couple things you missed. But at the same time, this was one of those movies that didn't actually touch on stuff that happened in Marvel. Like, for instance, the blip. That never got talked about in the movie.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm
And-
getting tired of that.
Like, talking about the blip over and over again. Yeah. Well, that never happened in this movie. They didn't talk about that. They didn't really talk about the Avengers a whole lot. It was just focused around Black Panther, and
Which is all it needed to be.
that's all it needed to be.
So, my question is, how was the soundtrack?
Soundtrack was, that was
Yeah,
really
it was
as
good. I will say that.
Because I know Black Panther, they be...
well.
It don't got Kendrick in it,
Yeah,
which
Kendrick.
is kind of like a downfall.
Man.
But
Rihanna.
it has Rihanna and like we were bumping it in the car on the way here, Keith, that song.
Oh yeah.
Like, when you get to the scene, if you ever see the movie and you hear that song,
it hit different.
It hits different because it was just so amazing seeing that scene. I really like that scene.
I'm gonna go see it in about 2 days, so
Or
I'll be in there. Daggone.
and really, like, I will say this: if you were one of those that were calling for them to recast Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, the way they did it was so smart.
Mm-hmm.
I won't spoil it, but the way they did it was hella smart.
I can agree with that. That's like for future movies, if there is any future Black Panther movies, or if there's any future of Black Panther possibly being in a Marvel movie, like I feel like whatever they do with after that is gonna be great.
God damn, I want to spoil this movie so
Yeah.
bad.
Well, so was it Ryan Coogler?
Yeah, the director. Yeah.
Props to Ryan Coogler. Really,
Thank
really. Great movie.
You plan on watching it?
I haven't seen it.
You don't plan on watching it?
And I mean,
It's just I'm not too big of a Marvel guy.
Fact. You still trying to get into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Cameron, you can do better, man.
yeah, I do gotta do better. Trying to get Jake into watching some more stuff. Like I don't even think Jake has
Let's
watched
just
the first
strap
one.
Jake to a chair and like
Yeah, we'll do that.
My
Take
eyes.
him down, everything.
Marvel marathon.
Just feed him straight pre-workout.
I'm gonna rewatch.
Well, I know this episode, we're trying to be able to have just a little bit of fun with it, not make it too depressing. Because I mean, like I said, it is really sad these actors are gone. But another thing, speaking about death, today, when we're recording this episode, is the 2-year anniversary of Unus. And that's
Annus?
the hoodie that I'm wearing. So Unus, it means, if you don't know what it is, it was a YouTube channel that stuck around for exactly 1 year. It started November 13th, 2019, and it ended November 14th, 2020. Stuck around for an entire year. It was with YouTubers Markiplier and Crank Gameplays, which is Mark and Ethan, and they uploaded a video every single day. Unus means 1 year, and they also had a slogan that was it was Momento Mori, which is remembrance and death. And the reason that they deleted this YouTube channel was because it was supposed to represent that you can't take things with you to the grave. And I think that it's a really important message if you think about it. It's like, it doesn't matter what you have in this world. For instance, my Funko Pops. I'm a big collector on Funko Pops. I can't take them to my grave. Earlier we were talking about shoes. You can't really, I mean, you can take one pair to your grave technically, but
Damn, I can bury as much stuff as I want.
yeah, I mean you can, but it's it's just all these materialistic things you can't take with you. The one thing you can take with you is the memories. You can always take the memories with you when you go away.
Wait, so they deleted like all the videos and stuff?
The whole entire channel, all the videos, everything is gone. But
I just found them right here.
So one of the main thing that they did was you wanted to try and make the most out of your life. And most people have a bucket list, and so say someone might get cancer or they're on the verge of death. They create this bucket list and they want to get everything out of the way. That's what they did. Mm-hmm. They did every single day. They did something, whether it be for instance, it's gonna sound weird, but their first episode was them cooking breakfast with sex toys, and
that was on their bucket list.
Well, it's not exactly their bucket list. It's just things.
Memories.
It's supposed to be things that people wouldn't normally do. They wanted to be outstanding, and then just show people that they didn't care about what it was that they were doing.
Yeah, it definitely worked.
They tried a bit to learn how to hold their breath underwater for long periods of time, like
Namor.
Yeah, like Namor. But Tom Cruise, he held his breath underwater for 6 minutes for one of his Mission Impossible movies. They decided they wanted to try and do the same thing. They didn't get to a full 6 minutes, but they did try and figure out how to be able to hold their breath underwater. And I was curious. I know you have a fear of water, actually. You can't swim as well.
It's not necessarily the water. It's large bodies of water, like the ocean.
Well, I'm curious as to if you would take the challenge to try and hold your breath for a full 6 minutes underwater.
In a large body of water.
In a large body of water.
Not even like my bathtub.
I mean, you might be able to like try and work your way up by doing the bathtub or a pool or something like that. But yeah, because what it's supposed to be is like, say you are on a boat and you get trapped out at sea and you get pulled under the water. It's like, would you be able to hold your breath for a full 6 minutes and be able to keep your brain calm?
No.
No,
I wouldn't.
you don't think you would?
But I will be up to the challenge.
Do you think either one of you would go about that?
The longest I've probably held my breath was like 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's about how much. I don't think, not quite 3 minutes. I've probably done about 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, I love water.
I'm being realistic and not lie at all and said just about a minute. I got about a minute.
It's
And
still
only
pretty
one?
good though.
You seriously, have you ever tried though?
Not really tried, but like I know just from getting up there to that minute and how it hurts. I know I wouldn't be able to do more than about a minute.
Well, that's me like going into a pool when I hold onto the ladder and hold my body down, like and just kind of like sit there like that. That's realistically, I've done about 2 minutes and however many seconds. It might not have been quite 30 seconds after that, but I know that I passed the 2 minute mark.
I always wanted to go spearfishing though, so I'd have to get over that if I ever go.
But one of the other things that they wanted to go skydiving. That was one of the things on the list. They didn't wind up doing that. And they went to do one of the things they did do. They learned how to be able to walk on glass. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that, like at a circus, or if it was like, just like one of these things on stage where they have to like roll their foot to be able to walk on glass or swallow fire. That was another thing they did. They learned how to be able to swallow fire. And I'm interested if that's something that y'all would be into. Would you think you would ever go and take a class to learn how to like swallow the fire, walk across glass, or anything like that?
No,
No, just no.
I don't feel like that.
For free? Yeah.
Well, no, it's like you would like pay to take the class, and there's safety precautions and stuff like that.
I don't think it'd be very beneficial.
I paid like $600 just to get a few woes out of my friends here and there.
Like, yo, you want to see something? Lights a stick on fire, it shoves it down your throat.
No.
Pulls an actual sword down your throat.
With that's another thing about skydiving though. Would y'all go skydiving?
Yeah, I plan to.
I wanted to.
Plan to. Well, that's me and Jacob actually. We talked about going skydiving.
What
Okay,
about
you wanna do that?
for everybody that says no? What about it's like the basically not parasailing or
Unus.
paragliding, but it's like basically paramotoring. Would y'all ever go paramotoring?
I do that.
Dude, like it's in a.
It's basically a parachute with a big fan attached to it
Mhm.
Oh.
and 2 chairs.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
do that.
It's just I don't see so many skydiving incidents to the point where it's just like I gotta fear skydiving, bro. Like at first I always wanted to do it, but since I seen all these incidents, it's like a what if for me. So it's like I'm just not about to take that chance. Now I just watch y'all just come down and I just record, do what I got to do.
Well, that's it's funny you're talking about accidents. I've actually seen more. What was it you said? It was with the fan and the what's the name of it?
Paramotoring.
Paramotoring. I've seen more accidents with that than I've actually seen skydiving.
I don't want to do that anymore.
I don't know. It's just it's all about kind of how you react in the moment, and it's all about how like you gotta know about where you're going. If you're going somewhere that's windy or like has like big gusts of air and your parachute could get tangled, then you know to have a reserve on you and to kind of just calm down, cut your parachute, and throw out your reserve. But I mean, once you panic, that's when you create danger for yourself.
So basically, weather play like a big part in like that stuff, right?
And even down about how you move, because even if you kind of keep on moving your body in a certain way, you'll tangle your parachute.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's with parachuting. I would do parachuting. I don't think I would go like wingsuiting though. I can do parachute. And
That
stuff like
sounds
that.
fun. I ain't gonna lie.
You want how bro? you would rather go wingsuiting than you'd rather go parachute.
Bro.
Isn't wingsuit without a parachute?
No, you
still have a
got a
parachute.
parachute at the end.
Yeah, it's not until the end though. A wingsuit is like threading the needle and stuff like that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you got to go through a
Wingsuit, but I
hole.
wouldn't do that.
You go through a hole that's about this big around, and you got to try and shoot through it.
And you going about like almost 100 miles per hour.
Probably
There's
more
a
than that.
GoPro video that like of the dude doing it. I give that dude props.
Yeah, I mean,
I seen it in
literally
Call of Duty.
seconds away from death.
I seen the Call of Duty. That's why I want to do it.
That's it.
I like stuff like that though.
Yeah. I mean, when they've added that into games and like just like the simple parachute from like the roof going down to the ground.
Oh, I'm talking about just in real life.
Oh, in real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the other stuff on Unus Annus, they tried. They went to like a escape room. I haven't gone to an escape room, but I wanted to do escape room, and they went to a rage room. Me and Chris have talked about going to a rage room. Do you know what that is?
You talking about where you just like throw like plates and just break stuff?
You talking about my bedroom?
Well, it's kind of like that. You can go in there and there'll be like a TV, and you take a bat and you can crush the TV, and yes, you throw plates. There's actually this place in Greenville. I can't if I can remember the name. I'll have it up on the screen. You should check it out. I want to say it's about like $40 per person to try and go. But they'll have like you like said, you can throw plates. There's like TVs you can smash. If you ever want to just rip something off the wall, destroy a painting, they have a car in there as well. You can just start like taking the car door off, busting the glass, popping the tires, everything.
Just get the car.
Well, no, it's not. You can't do that unless maybe you hotwire it. I don't know. But
You see somebody, hey, what are you doing there?
I'm sure they've probably done something to take out the engine and everything, just so you don't blow up after you're hitting it with a metal bat.
I feel like that's more of a city thing though. Like, or I guess like like they can't do that because with me, I can kind of just go do that.
Yeah.
You can just go to the Goodwill, buy a bunch of stuff, go out there.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It depends because this is like it's either if you want to buy the stuff yourself and break it, or like I said, you just go to 40. It's like $30 or $40. You can go in there and you get it for I think it's like an hour. You just get to go in there and destroy everything in the room that's there. They give you a whole bunch of different objects.
I just buy a whole bunch of plates and just go crazy with it.
One of the other things they had done on Unus Annus was they ate bugs.
No, I wouldn't do
I
that.
would not do that.
I don't think you'd ever eat bugs.
I mean, I would if it got bad enough, like like how they do it out there in like the
survival situation.
I can't really think of the countries that it's more of a tradition to eat them, or I don't know if it's even a tradition. I think they just like them. But like if it was kind of that, I think I would try it. But I don't know. I just have to be very desperate because it's a taste thing. Like, why are you eating bugs if you have something that tastes 20 times better?
Like
I will say the Lion
Yeah.
King always made the bugs look good.
They did.
They really made it look good.
They made me want to eat a bug.
Definitely.
A big old slimy bug.
Because it was like they made like the juice come out, or like they popped it or whatever, and it went in their mouth, and I was like, that really does look good. I'm trying to think of some of the. I love doing this honest, and now I can't think of some of the other stuff that they've done, and I hate that. I think
On the spot thinking.
Yeah, on the spot thinking. One of the other things that come to mind, they painted each other nude. I don't know if
I
you
would
want
not
to do
do
that. You wouldn't do that?
Well, actually, I would. I'm the painter.
You're the painter. Do y'all think you would do that?
No.
I have a very attractive looking body, so yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel.
Oh no, I've already done
Well, I
it.
just
y'all.
want to see the purpose in it. Like, I mean,
That's right. Check it out in the description. Chris has done that.
Yeah, I've already done it to y'all. Y'all just don't know it.
Wait.